So let me set this video up, okay? One major complaint that I hear about wash and goes is that they take too long. But for someone like me who wears wash and goes as my primary hairstyle, I've come to the realization, and I think that a lot of people would benefit from realizing this, is that wash and goes are just a hairstyle. And like any other hairstyle, they take time to style. The same people who will complain about how long a wash and go takes will also sit there and do a twist and curl with the flat twist and everything, and that takes quite some time to do, and they won't complain about that hairstyle. So I decided to actually put two hairstyles that I think are pretty quick to do side by side, both a wash and go and a braid out, and we can kind of look at the comparison in the styling time and effort required for these two hairstyles. I'm using Paul Mitchell the conditioner as the leave-in for both hairstyles. Now, I'm going to do two different things with this leave-in. The first thing is that for the wash and go, I'm going to finish putting the leave-in in and then immediately go into styling the wash and go. For the braid out, I'm going to twist my hair into large sections after applying the leave-in and then allow my hair to air dry over the course of the day. This is pre-drying. It's kind of very important for my hair so that it can actually be dry quickly from my braid out. Let's get into this wash and go. So for the styler, I'm going to be using Eco Styler Crystal Gel. If you've been hanging out around here a while, you know that I don't really like a lot of the Eco Styler gels. They just don't last as long on my hair, and then my hair tends to dry out by the end of the week, whereas with other Stronghold gels that are comparable to Eco Styler, my hair actually lasts the whole week and doesn't feel dry when the gel cast breaks, you know. But anyway, I like Eco Crystal though. It stands above the other ones. Now, my wash and go technique is extremely simple. I just apply product at the roots and squeeze and pull that product down my hair until I feel like I have run out of product. And so that's why you see me leaning over a whole lot, because it means that I ran out of product and I'm going to get a little bit more, just that little touch more product for the ends of my hair. And then I begin to rake through my hair. I am a raker. I just can't stand doing shingling and all these other more time consuming things. Also, it's not just time, but shingling makes my hair really, really frizzy for some reason. So after I do that, I quickly slice into another section of my hair. I use the top part of my pointer finger, what do you call it, the first segment or something like that, to roughly measure out like an inch of hair, kind of like the similar sections to what someone might flat iron their hair with. My hair is really thick, so this is the proper size section for me. If your hair is not as thick as mine, you won't need to do all this that I'm doing. I mean, keep it simple and do what you need to do. I also want to make a point here about the styling time involved with the braid out versus the wash and go. The wash and go is being done directly after washing the hair and directly after applying the leave-in. So if you're starting the clock, like as in a total clock from the very beginning of styling, the wash and go has already won, honey. It has already won because I'm immediately styling my hair. Now you may say, but you don't need to pre-dry your hair. You could just do the braid out from wet. Now that's true. However, I have had enough experience over the years of trying to do soaking wet straight after washing my hair braid outs, and they have such a hard time drying. I'm talking wearing braids in my hair for more than a day because I'm trying to get my hair to dry. So even if I did it from wet, you would still have to factor in the fact that there's drying time involved, and I still don't have a braid out ready to go. So this is kind of like taking in the consideration of convenience and total time as well. Total styling time for section 1 is 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Onward to the braid out, which is still in progress on the first section. So the product that I am using on my braid out is the Not Your Mother's Blue Sea Kale and Pure Coconut Water Sea Minerals Weightless Mousse. I am using this product because it actually has ingredients that provide hold in the top 5 ingredients. Hello, come on somebody. It also does not contain any animal derived ingredients, and it's also not tested on animals. So my vegan sisters and brothers, this one is A-OK by me. So the technique that I use for my braid out is a little different from what I see a lot of people online using. A lot of people seem to like that very small braids, braided to the scalp, almost a crinkly wash and go look. I do not like my hair to look like that. I want more of I bought this hanging on the wall in the back of a beauty supply store and it's wavy look. So I use much smaller single plaits, okay? And the sections are a little bit larger than the sections that I use for my wash and go as well. When I get to the bottom of my plaits, I do not braid the bottom. I find that braiding all the way to the ends creates frizz. I also do not twist the ends. I have tried that before, but it creates these pointy daggery ends and I just can't get with the look. So I actually take rollers. These are foam rollers with a satin covering on them from, I believe, the Goody brand. I've had them for a really, really long time, but I roll the ends with those. It creates a really curly look, and it's smooth as well. I will say that I did experience a little frizz when trying to unbraid these the next day because I was trying to find out where the braid started. So I may do like a combo between twisting the ends and doing the roller just to make it really easy to unravel it and to make sure that there is no frizz created in the process. So I noticed in this process that I braid a lot faster in my head than I actually do in real life. I thought I was killing it, y'all. I thought I was braiding so fast. I thought I was just stunting on everybody. And in actuality, I braid kind of slow looking at this. So if you're a faster braider than me, this would probably not take you as long. And then I also had a panic moment when I saw the time on my phone and I was like, oh no. And I wanted these two hairstyles to kind of wrap at the same time. Spoiler alert, they don't. So I started like trying to braid faster, which with braiding, you kind of have to keep your technique going instead of like stumbling all over your fingers. But I started kind of doing that because I really, really wanted these hairstyles to end at the same time, perhaps maybe thinking about me having to edit this in the end, or even thinking about I didn't want people to poke fingers like, well, you played the braid out and you made it take longer and this, that, the other. I didn't want to have to deal with that, so I was trying to braid faster. Po little tink tink, look at her. Po little tink tink. But anyway, after I finish braiding, I'm going to actually off camera dry this under the hair dryer about 30 minutes on high, about an hour on low, and then overnight. This results always in 100% dry hair that is ready to be taken down for the next morning. My braid outs also last about 3 to 4 days before I then go in and rebraid them so that it holds over until wash day. If you are taking into consideration the fact that I have to rebraid this in the next couple of days, that's also adding on to the time in comparison to the wash and go. Because once I'm done styling that wash and go, that's it. I'm not coming back and redoing my hair. I'm not refreshing. I'm not redoing. I'm letting that wash and go sit on my hair for 7 days. So that is also a thing you should take into consideration between the two hairstyles. But either way, I think they're both awesome hairstyles and I like to switch it up and I change my hair a lot. So it's great to have versatility. Now, I actually have to come back and talk about this wash and go because at this point in time in the footage, the wash and go is done. It's absolutely 100% done, but I am choosing to be extra because I wanted my hair to look super good. So here's what I'm doing. I'm adding just a touch of water to my hair and I'm smoothing through the reactivated, re-wet product that's in my hair. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a little bit of foam, a mousse, if you will. And I am using the Curls Green Collection Avocado Mousse. This is a smaller version of the larger one because they gave away free samples. And I was like, oh, I like that product. Let me get another one. So I pump that into my hand and then I smooth it over the section that I just hit with the water. So this is going to actually smooth any flyaways. It smells really good, and then it adds like a little extra shine onto my hair. And this foam is a little sticky, so it does add a little hold too. And then I also saw myself in the viewfinder and didn't like my part, so I decided to slightly modify the part of my hair as well at this point. Again, absolutely unnecessary 100% me being extra with this wash and go. And I just repeated that same steps on the other side of my head. And I believe this process added like 2 minutes onto this entire wash and go process.